Ashton here. Good to see you all. Welcome to the latest flex today, and you can watch us on rise.co.uk/online. So head over there if you've got, especially if you've got any troubles streaming from the platform that you're on right now, if you're not already on the website. Okay. So if you've got any issues at all, please let us know. And yeah, let's get started whenever you're ready. So we're going to start in a reclined bound angle. So this is on our backs. Okay, so let's slowly roll back with the knees wide and the soles of the feet touching, just to open up the hips and the inner thighs a little bit. Okay, so slow roll back here. Deep breaths, focusing on your deep breath, allowing the hands just to relax onto either side of the body, palms facing up. And then just gradually feeling all the muscle fibers loosen and lengthen up as you relax. So we're just going to stay here for about 5 breaths. Okay, feeling the spine just lengthen and open up towards the floor. 4 more deep breaths. Try to take notice of how it feels in your lower body right now. Are you holding any tension at all? If so, just let it go. Okay, it's easier said than done. You think you're relaxing sometimes, but you're still actually holding tension subconsciously. So really try to focus on allowing it to melt away from you. 3 more breaths. Feeling the knees open up and sink towards the floor. 2. Last breath, feeling stomach muscles just spread out. And final breath. Alright, now slowly bring your knees together. And then separate the feet to about hip width apart. We're now going to take a dynamic bridge. Okay, so flip your palms over, palms facing down. Everything is relaxed to begin with. Now, as we inhale, we're going to squeeze the core and then bring the hips and arms into the air. Okay, so the hips and the arms travel up at the same time, beautifully slowly. Okay, stretching out to the entirety of that inhalation. At the top of the bridge, you want to gently bring the chest up towards the ceiling and really try to open up the insides of your arms here, the upper arms. Alright, hold for a second, squeeze the glutes in the top of the bridge, and then as we exhale, we're going to slowly roll down the spine and allow the arms to float down at the same time. Timing breath to movement perfectly. And allowing the hips to be the last thing that touch the floor here. So it's all about that control. Okay, 2 more to go. Inhale, slowly rise up into that beautiful bridge once again. Feeling the arms become weightless. Squeezing the glutes at the top, stretching out here. And then exhaling slowly down. Keeping the pelvic floor muscles squeezed. And letting the hips settle. 1 more to go now. Inhale, peeling up. And exhale slowly down. Alright, from here, just swing out the knees and hips from side to side. So we're going to take a single leg spinal twist now. So lengthen out your left leg to begin with, and then gently bring your right knee towards the chest. Arms out to the side to begin with, palms facing up, shoulders relaxed. And then the left hand rests onto the right knee. Look over to your right hand. Take an inhalation here. And then as we exhale, allow your right knee to fall over to the left, okay? Let everything relax. Allow that spinal rotation to happen. Feeling the lower back loosen off. And let both shoulders just settle onto the floor. For 3. Deep breaths. Slowly uncoiling. For 2. bring your left knee towards chest, right hand onto left knee, look over to left hand, inhale here, and then exhale, allow left knee to fall over to the right. Again, allow everything to relax. For 3, feeling your pec open up there, especially the left one, that's the muscle in the chest, next to the shoulder. For 2, opening up nicely. And 1 more breath. And then inhale, come back into center, knees to chest. Let's circle those knees. Okay, so big, deliberate circles. Getting that massage in the lower back there. 2 more this way for 2. And for 1 now, opposite direction, anti-clockwise with your circles for 3. Deep breaths. For 2. Oh, that feels lovely. And 1 more breath. And then come back into center. Whenever you're ready, rock up to your seated position or push up using your hands. We're going to come into a single leg seated position now. So right leg is lengthened and then the left leg is bent. Foot to inner thigh. If both glutes don't make the floor, pop your left foot closer to the right thumb over there. Alright, so from here we're going to do some spinal twists, some dynamic twists. So as we inhale, we bring right fingertips onto the left thigh, left fingertips plant behind us. We lift the chest here and then twist over to the left. As we exhale, we twist and swap sides. So left hand comes onto a right thigh and then right hand plants behind us. Alright, just 3 more of those. Inhale, twist over to the left. Exhale, over to the right. Keeping chest lifted and abs braced. 2 more. Inhale, twist to left. And then exhale to right. Keeping the glutes relaxed on the floor throughout the movement. 1 more to go. Inhale, twist to left. Open up the chest. Exhale, twist over to right. Alright, inhale, gently untwist. And then let's swap sides. So this time lengthen out the left leg and bend the right knee. Okay, both glutes on the floor again. Inhale, twist over to the right this time. Left hand onto right thigh. Exhale, twist over to the other side. 2 more to go. Inhale, all with control. Keeping chest lifted. And then exhale, both glutes still relaxed on the floor. 1 more to go. Inhale. And then exhale. Alright, gently inhale and untwist. Bring knees in towards you. Cross your legs, hands onto the floor, and then either step or pop out gently into your first plank of the day here. So gently push the floor away, pushing into the heels of the hands. The fingers are spread for that lovely weight distribution, and middle fingertips pointing forwards for that lovely alignment, okay? And shoulders over hands. Squeeze the glutes and press the heels to the back of the room. Okay, maybe check in the mirror if you've got one in the room. Are your hips at shoulder height? Make sure that they're not hiking up or sinking below. 2 more breaths now. Keeping those abs squeezed, opening up the shoulder blades. 1 more breath. Inhale. And then slow exhalation to your chaturanga. Alright, so weight shifts forwards, the chest slowly lowers towards the floor, elbows tucked into the ribs. If you need to, come onto knees, chest and chin, working into triceps. Inhale, press into heels of hands, and then scoop up into that beautiful up dog. Open the chest, okay, lift up, lengthen neck, chin up, and squeeze the glutes. Knees off floor if possible, and then exhale slowly. Bring the hips up into your downward facing dog. Alright, so just a few breaths to get used to this position here. Feet at hip width apart. Gently driving knees towards floor. If your heels are really far off the floor, then just have a soft bend in them, and you can make a tiny adjustment by bringing the feet closer to the hands. Okay, so from here, gently push the floor away as well. Continue to lift the hips into the air, and also open up the sit bones towards the sky. If you want to, you can even pedal the feet out, so driving one knee into the floor after the other. bending one knee after the other. And also swaying your hips from side to side as much as you want, guys. For 2 more breaths now, you can just stay in your stationary down dog if you want to. And 1 more breath. And then come back into your stationary down dog once again. Continue to lift the hips. Inhale here. And then exhale, shift into your plank. So we're going to start with a scorpion knee drive plank to begin with. So continue to bring the abs to the back of the spine. Keep the hips pinned down. If at any point you need to come onto your forearms or a knee, then please feel free to do so. So we're going to start by inhaling and lifting up the right leg. Okay, I'm going to open up my hips by stacking my hips on top of one another and bending the knee. You should be able to look over your left shoulder and then see your foot just wiggling there, all right? Now, as we exhale, we're gonna drive the right knee towards the left elbow here, keeping those abs squeezed, getting that knee as high as possible on the arm. 2 more now. Inhale, come back into that open hip. And then exhale, drive back to that elbow. 1 more to go now. Inhale, lift and open. And then exhale, flow back. Knee to elbow. Inhale, plant back into your plank now. All right, beautiful. Other side, are you ready? Inhale, lift up the left leg, open up, stack those hips. Look over your right shoulder, see if you can peek at that foot. Exhale, drive, knee to elbow. Inhale, open up again, squeezing that left glute to create that open hip. Exhale, drive. Okay, you ready for 1 more? Keeping hips elevated if we can. Inhale, open up, twisting open, and then exhaling, driving to opposite elbow. All right, plant back to your plank. From here, take an inhalation, in plank, and then exhale slowly as possible to my count, lower onto your stomach. So for 5, 4, elbows tucked, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, well done, guys. So from here, allow stomach and thighs to settle onto the floor. Now we're going to do a half locust, all right? So arms in front of you. And then from here, we're going to activate our back, our glutes, and our core by lifting the opposite arm and opposite leg alternately. So as we inhale, we pin the hips down, we squeeze the left glute, and then we also lift the right arm, reaching ahead. So you want to extend the body as much as you can, reaching forwards with the arm, and also pulling back towards the back of the mat with your left foot. Keep those hips pinned, guys. As we exhale, we slowly lower. And then onto the other side, opposite arm, opposite leg. Inhale, slowly rise a little bit higher. If we can, keep pinning those hips down. And then exhale, slowly lower. All right, so let's do another 3 on each side. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 2 more on each side. Inhale, slowly down, all with control, guys. Can we get that foot a little bit lower? Get more glute engagement there. And exhale, 1 more to go. Inhale, and exhale. 1 more on the left. Inhale, and exhale. All right, well done. Now hands come back underneath the shoulders, tuck those elbows in, tuck the toes underneath, and then whenever you're ready, inhale and lift into your plank. Remember, take whatever modifications you need in your plank. Okay, so we've got 2 levels of a star plank or press up next. All right, so I'll show you the movement. Level 1, opposite hand taps out to the side, and then opposite foot taps out to the side behind you. From here, you can either tap back into that plank, or for level 2, with hand and foot out, we do a press up. Okay, so you want to keep your left elbow tucked in towards you as you press up for that tricep activation. We then tap back into that plank, and then we swap sides. All right, so opposite foot, opposite hand, press up or tap back. Okay, let's do 3 on each side now. All right, so out to the side, inhale here, exhale into that press up, keeping the neck straight, chest as low as possible, and then inhaling all the way back up. 2. That's it. 2 more on each side. Staying strong, guys. You want to keep that core completely solid. Okay. Keeping the shoulder blades open as we do that press up. Keeping the hips at the same height as the shoulders all the way through. All right, 1 more. Last one now. Inhale all the way to the top. All right, taking plank once again, and guess what? We get to come onto our stomachs again. How lovely. So inhale here, slow lower to the floor for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, well done. Okay, so from here we're going to take a locust or an upward facing bow, whatever feels good today. Okay, I know it's pretty early in the morning. So arms reach back, roll shoulders back, activate your lower back muscles and lift the chest here. Bend your knees, squeeze the knees together, squeeze the glutes, and then lift the hips, the knees into the air. Okay, so this is your flying locust. If possible, maybe take hold of the ankles behind you with your hands, roll the shoulders back, squeeze knees together, and then lift into your upward facing bow. Now, if you want a little bit more of an active pose here, you can maybe rock forwards and backwards as well. Okay, for 3, but I understand if you don't want to do this at this time in the morning. Okay, you can stay still if you want to. Okay, 1 more breath. And release, keep squeezing the shoulder blades a little bit more before you release. Okay, ankles from the hands. And then from here, pop your hands underneath the shoulders. Tuck your toes underneath, nip the elbows in towards the ribs, and then whenever you're ready, lift to your beautiful plank once again. Inhale here in plank, and then exhale, lift up into your downward facing dog. Make your adjustments. 1 inhalation here, and then as we exhale, you can either drop your knees onto the floor or you can float to a seated position and then bring legs out in front of you, feet and legs out in front of you. Okay, so from here, we're going to take either a tabletop or a reverse plank. So hands onto the floor, fingertips pointing forwards. Right, roll the shoulders back, and then we're going to lift the hips into the air, taking your tabletop. So we want to try and imagine that we're trying to balance a tray on our stomachs here, okay? That's how still and solid you want to try and get your body. Roll the shoulders back, lift the chest, squeeze the glutes, bring the hips towards the ceiling, plant the feet firmly into the floor. Okay, so if you want to stay here, then that's completely cool. If you want to take it a little bit further, make it a bit more dynamic, then you can bring 1 knee towards chest and start stepping. Okay, so alternating each leg. That's it. Keeping those hips elevated. Try not to allow them to sag. All right, good. And then if you want even more, then you can take a reverse plank by straightening out the legs. Everything else is the same, and then you can make that more dynamic by cycling and bringing the knees in as well. All right, 2 more now. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale, 1 more to go. Can we get that knee a little bit closer towards the chest? And exhale, 1 more now. Inhale. And exhale. All right, from here, slowly lower the glutes towards the floor. Oh, well done. Okay, if you want to, you can take a forward fold for a second. For 3, just a gentle one. For 2. And last breath. from here, cross your legs, pop hands onto the floor, and then come back into your plank. Time for a vinyasa transition now. Inhale here in plank, and exhale, chaturanga. Slowly with control. Inhale, scoop to up dog. Exhale, flow to down dog. Okay, let's just take a breath here in our down dog. Let ourselves settle into it. Okay, feel the weight between the hands and feet just even out. Really screw the heels of your hands into the floor here. Okay, again, maybe make those little adjustments by bringing your feet in just a smidgen, just so it feels comfortable. Turn your heels outwards if you find that they're coming in towards one another, okay, for that engagement and lengthening of the backs of the legs. All right, one more breath. And then whenever you're ready, inhale here, and then exhale, step or float in between the hands to your forward fold. Okay, so from here you can have the feet together or widen out the feet to about hip width apart. Just gives you a little bit more room to play with and more stability. From here, slowly rise, reaching into the floor with the feet, arms sweep up, we extend, come into a standing position. Okay, extend the body, guys, reach upwards with the arms, keep the shoulders relaxed and lengthen the spine. From here, come onto the tippy toes. If it's not working for you, or if it's a bit too wobbly for you, then just stay on the heels, completely fine. From here, we're going to slowly lower into our high chair. So bringing glutes to about knee level here, all right? Inhale here. As we exhale, we're going to take a sweeping chair. As we exhale, we lower the glutes towards the heels. No worries if you can't get this low. Arms sweep back. Inhale all the way back up to that high chair. Exhale slowly down once again. All right, one more to go. Inhale, rise, extend arms. Push those knees out, keeping balance on the tippy toes. And then exhale, sweep back. Inhale, extend all the way back up now. Release heels to floor. And then exhale, fold forwards to your forward fold, feeling head drop and spine extend. From here, you can keep your feet at hip width apart. I'm just going to pop them together here, and we're going to take a flowing forward fold. So we have got two choices. We can either interlock the hands behind the calves here, or if possible, take a toe bind with the peace fingers around your big toes. Weight comes into the heels. As we inhale, we bend the knees, sinking into the back of the legs and looking ahead here, chest to knees. As we exhale, we extend. No worries if you can't straighten your legs out. Inhale, bend again. Two more. Exhale, extend. Inhale, moving with the breath, guys. See how it helps with the movement. And then exhale, extend. Okay, from here, release your toes or hands. And then we're going to take a standing half moon. We've got a lot on one leg now. So right fingertips plant in front of the right foot to begin with. You can have it slightly out to the side as well. Gives you just a little bit more room there. And then from here we ground into the right foot, and then we lift up the left arm and the left leg, squeezing this left glute to keep that top leg activated. If this is too much for you, then you can pop your left hand onto your hip here like this, opening up the hips. Two more breaths. If possible, let's make those right fingertips float. For two, open the chest, stacking the shoulders. Keep opening up. One more breath. And then slowly rise. We're going to come into a pigeon chest. So still grounded into that right foot. We place the left ankle onto the right knee here. Hands come to chest. Inhale here. As we exhale, we slowly sit back and down into our pigeon. Now, if you just want to stay here, then that's cool. Or if you want to take a little twist, just to test your balance a little bit, twist over to your right and bring the left elbow towards the left ankle for three. For two, keep twisting and opening the chest. One more breath to go. Trying to pin all four corners of that base foot down evenly. and then slowly untwist. From here, staying on that right foot, we're going to open up into a single leg twist. So right hand comes onto left knee, we open up, sweep back with the left arm, or if possible, come into that full leg extension for 3. Keep a soft bend in the knee if you need for 2. 1 more breath. Alright, slowly untwist. Release your toe or knee. We're still on that right leg, guys. As we inhale, we shoot the left leg back, coming into our warrior 3. Now you can stay in warrior 3, or if you want, take crunches with me. As we exhale, we crunch elbows to knee. 2 more now. Inhale, lengthen. Breathe into that base leg, guys. Feel that energy. It feels good, right? Inhale, lengthen. That's one way to put it anyway. Pin the hips down. And then exhale, crunch. Inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, plant your left foot behind you. Cross the legs and take a cross-legged forward fold, guys. Woo! That's it. Feel that lovely relief in that right leg for 3. Feel everything loosen up. Slow the breath down. For 2. This is your cross-legged forward fold. And 1 more breath. Alright, uncross the legs. And then pop back into your plank. Shake out the legs. We're going to take a vinyasa again. Okay, so inhale here, in plank. And exhale to chaturanga. Inhale, scoop to up dog. And then exhale, flow to down dog. Take an inhalation here. And then exhale, step or float as lightly as possible to your forward fold. Widen out the feet to hip width if you want. Inhale, slowly rise, extend the arms, shoulders relax. Come on to tippy toes. And then exhale into high chair. Inhale here, exhale, sweeping chair. So glutes towards heels, arms reach back. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, flow down. Alright, 2 more now. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more to go. Inhale. And exhale. Whew. Well done. Inhale all the way back up. Release the heels to the floor. And then exhale, fold forwards. Pop the feet together if you want to. And then take a toe bind of both toes. Right, flowing forward fold now. Inhale, bare knees, look ahead. Exhale, extend. Can we keep that weight in the heels? 2 more. Inhale, look ahead. Bend and exhale, extend. 1 more to go. Feeling the backs of the legs open up beautifully. Inhale, bend. And then exhale, extend. Alright, release your toes. And then let's come into our standing half moon. Onto the left leg this time. So we ground into the left foot. Left fingertips come onto the floor. In front of the left foot. And then we reach up with the right arm and right leg. Squeezing right glute. Floating fingers if possible for 3. For 2, open the chest, guys. Stack the shoulders. And last breath, keep opening up the hips. And then slowly release, come up. Let's take our pigeon chair now. So right ankle onto left knee, hands to chest. Inhale here, exhale, slowly lower, sink and bend that base leg. Stay here or come into twisted pigeon with me by twisting over to the left, bringing right elbow to right ankle for 3. Weight in the heel, guys. Keep twisting and opening. For 2. And last breath. Okay, from here slowly untwist. Woo! And then we're going to come into that single leg twist now. So left hand can come onto the right knee. We open up over to the right, sweeping this right arm behind us. Or if possible, let's take that full leg extension for 3. Open up the chest. For 2, looking backwards if possible. Last breath now. Alright, from here slowly untwist, release your toe or knee, and then let's shoot straight back into that warrior 3 with crunches if we can. Inhale, lengthen, reaching forwards. Exhale, crunch for 3. For 2, keeping it slow, no need to rush. Sending energy down leg again. 1 more to go. Exhale, crunch. 1 more, lengthen before we plant it back into that cross-legged forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, cross legs, and then fold for 3. For 2, again, feel the back of that left leg just loosening off here. Feel the oxygen flow through the muscles. And 1 more breath. Alright, from here, step back into your plank now. Inhale here, and then exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, scoop to up dog, and then exhale, flow back to down dog. Alright, as we inhale, extend, lift up the right leg. As we exhale, thread knee to chest, and then pop your foot in between the hands. From here, flatten your back foot, and then slowly rise. Okay, so coming into a lunge position. So both heels are in line with one another, and then the front knee is at 90 degrees. Okay, so front toes towards the front, back toes to the side of the mat here. Sink down into the hips, squeezing the core, lifting the chest. From here, we're going to get an extended side angle. So you've got a choice. Right elbow can rest onto the right knee, nice and lightly, so that we don't want to be sinking down into this front leg here. Okay, we want to keep everything lifted and equal in weight. Okay, and then the right arm reaches over towards the front of the mat, palm facing down. I want this lovely straight line from the top hand to the back foot here. Now, if it feels good to do so, you don't have to, then the bottom hand can meet the top hand here, and we extend and reach over to the mirrors. From here, we're going to take a Bikram triangle flow. So inhale here, and then as we exhale, we straighten out the leg. All right. So inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. Good. 2 more now. Nice and deep. For 2, keeping the chest open, guys. Keeping the arms beside the ears. And 1 more to go. Squeezing that base glute and really pushing off the base heel here. All right, well done. From here, bend your leg again, separate the hands, and then rotate the upper body. So the opposite hand can come onto the inside of the opposite ankle, or shin, or even foot, okay? Or if possible, fingertips come onto the outside of that front foot. And we come into this twisted side angle. Right, so keep opening the chest for 3. Again, always sinking into that front leg more than the back. If so, shift your weight back, lift the chest more. 2 more breaths. Keep opening up the shoulders. And 1 more breath. Right, slowly untwist now. Frame your front foot with your hands. Come onto the ball of your back foot. And then stay in your lizard here. Okay, so lift your chest. Again, take a little bit of weight out of the fingertips. Open up your hips here. Okay, sink down into the hips. Try to square them off. 2 more breaths for 2. 1 more breath. Okay, so from here we have 2 choices. So we're going to come into a bound or twisted lizard. All right, so flatten your back foot to begin with. Okay, so twisted lizard. The left hand comes onto the right hand comes onto the inside of the right foot, and then the left arm extends. From here, the back foot meets the front foot, and we take this twisted wide-legged forward fold. So have a soft bend in the knees if you need to, and keep opening the chest. That's level 1. Level 2, we're going to take a bind of the hands behind our right thigh. So right arm reaches underneath the right thigh, and then the left hand wraps around the back and takes that bind. Now, if this feels comfortable, relax the shoulders, roll the left shoulder back, and then once again, front foot meets the back foot meets the front foot. Okay, try to relax. Feel that lovely opening of the rotator cuff muscles around the shoulders here. Okay, in the back of the shoulder, you should feel that. 2 more breaths now for 2. You can always just come back into that twisted forward fold if it gets a bit too much for you. And 1 more breath. Keep lifting the chest. And then slowly untwist, hands onto the floor, and then step back into your plank. Shake out the legs. And we're going to do everything on the other side. Let's balance it out. Inhale here in plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, scoop to up dog. Exhale, flow to down dog. Inhale, lift up left leg. Exhale, thread knee to chest, and then pop foot in between hands. Flatten back foot, okay? Coming into side angle stance. So front knee is bent, push the front knee outwards if it's buckling in at all. Okay, really open the hips here. Okay, flatten the back foot onto the floor, and then left elbow rests on knee lightly, and right arm extends, getting that beautiful straight line again. Open the chest, peel this right shoulder back a bit if you find that your chest is caving in. If possible, bottom hand meets front hand, extending to mirrors. All right, inhale here, exhale, extend for 3, for 2, 1 more to go now. Keep reaching and opening up, feeling that lovely lateral stretch, and for 1, keeping the core strong. All right, bend your knee once again, and then from here, separate the hands, revolve, coming to revolved side angle. Okay, so remember your right hand can come onto the inside or the outside of the foot, or even onto the shin, and then slowly twist and lift the chest here for 3. Peel your left shoulder back a little bit more if you can. For 2, keep pushing that left knee out. 1 more breath, you can do this. And slowly untwist, hands frame the front foot once again. So fingertips onto floor if possible. The front knee is directly above the front ankle. Sink down into hips, taking lizard. Lighten fingertips for 3. Lift the chest. Sinking into hips for 2. And last breath. Trying to really straighten and activate that back leg. And then from here, remember, we can take that twisted lizard, okay, with the left hand on the inside of the foot and reaching up, and then coming into a forward fold by stepping the back foot towards the front. Or we can take that bind if possible. So left arm reaches underneath the left thigh, take the bind with the hands, and then step forwards into that bound forward fold. 3 deep breaths. Roll and peel your right shoulder back for 3. Soft bend in the knees if you need. Opening up chest. For 2. Again. Noticing the sensation in all the rotator cuff muscles around the shoulder there. And 1 more breath. Try to relax the legs. And then gently come out of your bind and twist. All right, coming back into forward fold. Hands onto the floor now. Inhale here, and then exhale, step back into your plank. All right, final vinyasa. Inhale here, exhale, shift to chaturanga. Inhale to up dog, and then exhale, flow to down dog. Now from here, we're going to take a yogi squat. So you can either step or hop your feet onto either side of the hands, okay? Heels to the floor, knees, feet slightly turned out, and then bring your elbows onto the insides of the knees and bring hands to chest. Now if this is too much for you and your hips, then you can always use a brick or an encyclopedia underneath the glutes to help support you. All right, just 2 more breaths here for 2. And last breath. Lift the chest now, relax the hips. Okay, from here, we're going to take a half Bhuja Padasana, okay, sometimes I like to call this spider pose. All right, so from here, back out to the side. We're going to stay in our squat and lift the glutes into the air. Only attempt this if you've not got dodgy hips, all right, or wrists even. Okay, from here, we're going to try to get our knees over our upper arms as much as possible. Okay, so you thread your arms underneath the knees. And then from here, fingers pointing forward, you're going to reach back with the arms and then plant the palms onto the floor. And then you're just going to sit back a little bit, maybe move the feet in towards one another a tiny bit, and then you're just going to use your arms as a point of balance to stay in this spider pose. That's it. 2 more deep breaths for 2. Like I said, if you've got dodgy wrists, then avoid this. And 1 more breath. All right, okay, whenever you're ready, slowly lower your glutes towards the floor. Oh, my brick's in the way. Should move that out of the way. And then just shake out the legs, okay? Shake out the wrists. It can be quite harsh on the wrists, okay? You are literally just sitting into the wrists. Okay, so from here, I'm going to show you the wild card now. I've just seen we've only got 2 minutes left, okay? So today we're going to do a wheel, okay, or variations of a wheel. So slowly roll back. And then we can start with a bridge pose to begin with. So legs are bent, feet at hip width apart. From here you can lift the hips into the air. You can even interlock the hands underneath the hips and squeeze the shoulder blades together. Alright, squeeze the glutes here. Make sure you use the core to lift, guys, okay? So you never want to be sinking into the shoulders or the neck to support yourself. And then if you want to take a little bit further, then pop your hands underneath the small of your back here. Okay, so elbows onto the floor, nipping them in, and then from here, maybe you want to start play around with lifting one leg after the other. All right, release your hands, and then if you want to take it even further, then you can come into a full wheel. So hands plant onto the floor besides the ears, fingers pointing towards your shoulders. Okay, nip your elbows in. And then from here, make sure you engage your abs first. Ground into the feet, okay? So use your abs and lower body to lift up before anything else, okay? Lift up, that's it, and then ground into the heels of the hands and then push up. This is your full wheel, okay? Notice how I really want to open up my chest here. All right, I'm lifting my chest to the back of the room and towards the ceiling. Now if this is really comfortable for you, then you can start to come into some calf raises. This just deepens your back bend, or you can even start to lift one leg after the other. Okay, and then if you want to have a little bit of fun, you can even start to walk forwards and backwards. Okay, so it's a little bit exorcist. And if you've got someone living with you, they might sort of wonder what you're doing. But it is kind of fun. Okay. Just be careful with that, okay? Alright, once you're done doing whatever you're doing, you really need to lower with control. Okay, it's quite a severe pose. So squeezing your core, slowly lower the head towards the floor, and then roll down the spine incrementally. Or holding pelvic floor, letting hips be the last thing that touch the floor. We do not want to be thumping on the floor, guys. And then when you're done, counter stretch. So important to counter stretch, okay? So bringing knees to chest, have a little rock and roll. For 3, for 2, and last breath. When ready, slowly roll up to seated, and we're going to still counter stretch just one more time. Inhale, lift up the arms, extend into your L sit, and then exhale, fold forwards. So you want to lead with the chest. We're trying not to just round the back straight away. Extend the body, chest to toes. Keep reaching, keep hinging. When you feel like you can't hinge anymore, then allow the chin and chest to soften. And the hands to just be placed gently on the floor. 3 more deep breaths. For 3. Relaxing the hamstrings too. Feeling the back of the entire body just lengthen out. Okay. 1 more breath here. And then whenever you're ready, slowly roll up. And then take your Shavasana. So roll back, palms facing up. Now, if you're at home, you can take your Shavasana for as long as you want. Okay, continue to focus on relaxing, breathing deeply. Okay, just 1 final breath here, guys. And then whenever you're ready, slowly roll to one side, taking a fetal position. Take 1 breath here, and then whenever you're ready, roll up into a seated pose. Okay, namaste, guys. Sorry, I went a little bit over time.